Herman Deal, the real deal here, coming at you with subconscious fat. Today I want to talk about working around your injuries. When I mean like you're gonna work around or above, below, you're gonna do workouts so that even if you're injured, you can still work out. There's always a way to work out around an injury. It's basically a basic premise. Unless you just had surgery and your doctor tells you don't do anything for 2 weeks or something like that, you should always try to work out around an injury. Okay. Obviously, if a doctor tells you don't work out for 2 weeks, follow the orders, don't work out for 2 weeks. But let's say, for example, you have shoulder pain. Now, see my link below and hanging. If you're not hanging to fix your shoulder pain, you are missing out big time. You are missing out on the simplest solution, probably, to fix 90% of shoulder problems, which is just hanging. That's it. I didn't come up with that idea. An orthopedist came up with that idea. He knows what he's talking about. And that's one thing you want to do. I can't tell you how many people have come to me at Crunch Gym, where I still work part-time. And, oh, I heard you're a chiropractor. I get this shoulder, and I just say, just hang. Just hang with your palms out, hanging. That's it. Just do that. Do more of it. And then I don't see the person for 2 or 3 months. They come back 2 or 3 months later. You know what? But you told me about hanging. I've been doing that and my shoulder feels better. This has happened to me several times. And I have clients now who joined my program. They weren't working out and they started hanging and their shoulder pain got less and less. But the point is, you always want to work around your injury. So let's say, for example, that doing push-ups causes pain. Okay. So a couple of things to do. Number one, if you're feeling any wrist pain, a way to go around that is you use something like this. You do the push-ups this way. Number two, you can try going wider in the push-up. Some type of shoulder problems, elbow problems, for example, if you're too in, if your angle is too bent in like that, it might hurt your elbow. So if you take a more wider stance and you do wide push-ups, you can still get a decent chest workout, and you're able to safely do that and not have pain because you're just, instead of doing push-ups like this, you're going wider, you see? Sometimes I try to do diamond push-ups. But if you have an elbow problem or a wrist problem, that might hurt. Go wider. So there's always a way to work around your injury. And that's the point. Even when you're injured, find a way to continue working out around the injury in a safe way. And this is also where something else comes into play, which is absolutely critical. If you're taking pain medication, then you don't want to do that, because if you're taking pain medication and it's covering up the symptoms of pain, oh, my shoulder isn't hurting more because I took 800 milligrams of Advil or Tylenol or, an opiate drug, which is really risky because those can be very addictive, as we all know. But then you might be able to do the exercise, not feel the pain, but you're making the injury worse. Pain is something to listen to. So when I say work around your injury, I'm saying do it in a way that does not cause pain. Obviously, because you have to listen to your body. And this is one of the reasons, again, why going all natural is always the best thing to do. And really try to avoid taking pain medication. For example, let's say you have severe low back pain, okay? Now, with severe low back pain, you can do a standing overhead press with a band, where you have the band underneath you, and then you're standing up and doing it like that. But if you have severe low back pain or bad low back pain, getting the band up and standing up could be risky. It could hurt your back because you have to stand on it, get underneath the band, do this. That could be a little bit risky. So we can have the band underneath the chair like I do here. And with the chair, it's up, it's supporting my back. So if I have low back pain, I could prime with not heavy weight. I'm bracing with my legs. I'm doing an overhead press like this. Not going to want to go to failure, But the good thing is that I have my back supported, and then I could prime myself, get maybe 10, 15 reps there, and then switch to the band. And now with the band underneath the chair and my back pressed up against the chair, I can safely do an overhead press to the point of failure where I'm like, and I can safely do it having my back supported by the chair. And even with low back pain, we can still get an overhead press. I'm bracing with my legs. I have the back supporting me here. And as long as you're listening to your body and you're not feeling pain, then you're probably good to go to do an overhead press, getting a good shoulder workout in that way.
Now, here I'm using the X3 system, which allows me, because of the bands, I'm using variable resistance. And so, despite having my, previous two surgeries on my right knee, and I have been having some knee pain lately, and the knee is a little bit swollen, I'm still able to do these workouts without any pain at all. Now, if I go too low, yes, my knee will hurt. So I just don't go that low. I go enough where I don't feel pain and get a great workout. And this is where the bands really, really help in working around my knee injury.
We can have a band tied up like this one is here. And then what we would do here is just put the band in front of our ankle like that. Find a way to stabilize ourselves. I have done this outside. I might be holding a railing here. This might be tied behind another railing. And what we want to do here is, with our leg perfectly straight and a controlled movement, go all the way up, down, really controlling it. At least 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. You really feel it here in the quads. Excellent push quad exercise. And by the way, on a pull day, we can do the reverse of that to work our hamstrings. But here.
Okay, now here I'm showing there, that's where I had some surgery done like 35 years ago. But this is my knee that's a little bit swollen on the right. And of course, in order to properly work out an injured area, when it's a knee or an ankle or something or a hip, you want to make sure that you use one leg at a time. I want to work out my right leg knee alone, and then I'm going to match it with my left leg. Because obviously, if we use both legs here, you're going to favor you're just going to put more tension on the left side. So because of the injury, you want to work out one leg at a time with this type of exercise. And of course, using bands is way safer than using weight alone. And here I'm doing on a pull day for my hamstrings. And you can see there that, again, I'm using my right leg first. Start with the weaker leg, and then I'll match it with my left leg. But you see, I don't bend my leg all the way because I can't. I can't do it. If I bend further there, it will hurt my knee. So I work with what I can, with the range of motion that I have. And that's the idea. That's the way you get to work around your injury.
So there you have it. A basic philosophy of Occam's Razor Fitness is that even when injured, you want to work around your injury. It's a basic premise. It's something you generally always want to do unless you get specific orders from a healthcare professional not to. You're always going to be better off. Most surgeons, before you're going to go get surgery, they will tell you, work out, be in shape, be healthy, prepare for the surgery by being healthy and working out the muscles around where we're going to do the surgery. Okay, so this is just a basic tenet. A lot of surgeries nowadays, when you're coming off of the anesthesia, like when they did with my knee many years ago, my knee was in a machine already moving, getting motion, and that creates healing. All of that is a good thing to do. It's a basic premise. It's a basic tenet that we can work the philosophy around that. Don't take medication. Don't cover up the pain. Work out, but just make sure that while you're working out, you don't feel pain. And that's how you can work around it. Kind of like someone tells me, oh, there's this new vegetable from an exotic country, and it's a new cool vegetable. I'm not going to get that excited because vegetables are living things. And just like no animal on earth that I know of voluntarily wants to be eaten, animals, if they know they're going to be eaten, will try to run or bite you if they know you are trying to kill it to eat it. Well, vegetables do the same thing. Vegetables create chemical warfare and they don't want to be eaten. And so that's like a basic premise. So any new vegetable that somebody comes up with, I'm like, yeah, I'm not too excited about it. A new animal, or an exotic animal I've never tried before, okay, I'm more interested because animals are more nutrient dense. And we as human beings are adapted to eat animals, fatty meat. In any case, think of working around injuries as a basic premise that you can then find a way, believe you can find a way, look for a way. And if you need help with that, contact me. Depending on where your injury is, I might be able to give you some suggestions, things you can try out to see if you can do it without feeling any pain. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be out again Thursday with Mr. Skeptical and next Monday with another video. Bye.